good afternoon. I'm Kate Shamarani, natural nurse in a toxic world, co-founder of the British Nursing Alliance. I've been a nurse for 36 years. I was also an independent nurse prescriber. I have a diploma in personal nutrition, and I present on Sons of Liberty Radio every Saturday at 1 p.m. as their health and wellness advisor. Many of you may have seen in the last 48 hours, I couldn't pay for the amount of publicity that I've had all over the place, in every newspaper online, saying I'm the shamed anti-vax struck off nurse. That's not actually true. I'm not struck off. I have an interim suspension order, and if I don't appeal it in the next 18 months, they'll strike it off. For me personally, I've already resigned from them. I wouldn't want to belong to such a corrupt organisation that was taken over by the government in 2001. And Florence Nightingale herself didn't want nurses registered. There's no one advocating for the patients here. And I had a very harrowing conversation yesterday with a practice nurse of over 30 years. And she told me that she will not do, and has told her employer, that she will not do any COVID injections. And when she's spoken to other nurses and told them, this is experimental, it's dangerous, do they know what's in it? Do they know the side effects? That the response she's had from all of them is, I need the money. And they're being paid time and a half and double time for doing these vaccine clinics. Now, I put it to you nurses, you are supposed to be the caring profession. You're supposed to advocate for your patient. Indeed, you're supposed to know what's in any injection and the side effects. And you're supposed to tell your patient and allow them to make a true informed consent. Otherwise, you're not adhering to your code of conduct, and it's not within your scope of professional practice, is it now? And can you tell me why you do indeed need the money? Because you've been on full pay, you've had discounts here, there and everywhere, and we've seen you dancing in empty wards on TikTok videos. And I've said enough about you being fat and overweight, and that you should dance more, break sweat and lose weight, because you are indeed health educators. And if you can't walk the walk, close your mouths. You shouldn't be talking the talk, because you know nothing about healing and reversing disease. But enough of that. At the end of May, the protection against eviction ended. And we know that there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people evicted from their homes. Families have been using food banks since way last year at the beginning of this unlawful lockup. People are losing their jobs, losing their businesses, losing their livelihoods. Many of them are losing their lives by their own hands. They're committing suicides. But you greedy lot are out there getting time and a half and double time for injecting with this experimental depopulation shot, which does have a nanochip in it, which has an electrical charge which can transmit and receive from the Internet of Things. This is fact. Prove me wrong, because you cannot. But you're doing it. And you're coercing the public because they trust you, because you're in your nursing attire. But it wasn't a patient who complained about me. No patients complained about me. Nothing. Nor was my practice in question. This was a group of nurses led by a nurse that I know, who I loaned money to, who is indeed extremely overweight and drinks a lot, and hated nursing, absolutely hated it. In fact, she called the patients, and I'm going to swear now, so please do forgive me for repeating this, fucktards, publicly on social media, and they all had a good laugh at the patients. These are nurses. Not all nurses are like this, but they're like this, and now they're heroes. These same people, along with the injectors, the vaccinators, who are to be hailed according to the NHS website as heroes, they're going to be injecting our children aged 12 to 15. Even though thousands have already died, thousands have had life-changing adverse reactions, and these very nurses who like to be called angels, heroes, blowing rainbows out their asses, are doing it because they need the money. They need the money. And they're talking about me in the papers. So let me tell you right now, I'm 55 years old. I'm 56 this year. I'm single. I have 4 young adult children, 3 cats, 2 dogs. I don't need to bring myself all this hassle and my whole town knowing what's happened, many of them being extremely rude. I don't care. I don't need people ridiculing me everywhere. Many of you don't. You've supported me fantastically. I don't need any of this, unless he's got a really big set of balls. It stops anyone dating me as well. But there are a few. But I do this for my love of my fellow man, because I know what's coming. And this is indeed genocide. It is the crime of this century. It's horrific, absolutely horrific. So for you nurses out there that are doing it because you need the money, you greedy blighters, if you don't stand trial in this life, and I hope you will, I so hope you will, because there are Nuremberg trials coming and there are lawsuits coming everywhere. But I can absolutely guarantee you, as God's my witness, and I am a Christian, you are going to stand trial in the next, and you're so going to get your asses fried. And I have absolutely no sympathy for you. I have to pray for forgiveness, for grace towards you, so that I can pray for you. And I've had to do that because God gave up his only son to die for our sins on the cross. So he died for yours too. And wow, you're really sinning now. So this morning I had the Nursing Times editor on the phone. She wanted to have my opinion. And I asked her what she was going to print. And she's going to print just what the NMC said, which was just this group of nurses, no patients. They broke due process. And they were just all collaborating and bitching together. And she said, well, you said that nurses were shit and crap. Actually, I don't recall saying shit, but I do recall saying crap. Many of you are crap. Many of you don't know how to reverse disease. And many of you don't want to know how to reverse disease. You just want to run around with the keys, thinking you're big and important, and now you're a hero. You're not. You're the devil's little helper. And if we look back through history, when the nurses of the Third Reich stood trial, you're going to stand trial. You're going to be the nurses of the Fourth Reich. You're going to stand trial. I can absolutely guarantee you, definitely in the next life. Now, the rest of us, if you are a nurse out there and you are really, really listening to what's going on and you know the truth, they're going to start injecting the children. And it's up to us to be there. We have to stop this. Now, I know that there were many outside Twickenham, led by Fiona Hine, Fiona Rose Diamond. I'm telling you, regardless of what you think, that gal has got some neck. And she did a recording and played it of me. And there were lots of others there. The wonderful black guy that's the rapper with his song, Don't Take the Vaccine. Cool. Total respect for him. Oh, better not do that. Can't put your fingers, anything like that. Oh, might be controlled opposition, Illuminati. Caroline Stevens, get over yourself. We've got bigger things to do here. We should all be in together. So you need to keep your eyes open and your ears for all of these pop-up centres, and you need to get out there. We need to save our kids. We can't trust the nurses now. They're in bed with the devil. We can't trust these vaccinators. We can't even trust our GPs anymore. They're telling them to do it. So folks, please, we've got to all rise now, get on our feet. They're doing it. Remember, there's a load entering London, I believe, 14th of June, and I believe it's the 21st. Isn't that funny? That's the summer solstice. When they're talking about what they're going to do. So please do follow this. Please share this. Share it with any nurse you know. Tell them to get on the British Nursing Alliance channel. We're working really hard to get this off the ground, and you know, it's my dream before my time on this earth comes to an end, and God decides that. And that's why I believe I'm still here. I was led to what saved me from cancer when I declined everything except surgery and did it all natural. It's my hope that there will be a new nursing alliance, and those nurses will be trained and self-employed, so they don't have to follow their employer. They can be absolutely advocating for the patient, that family, and they'll be on the ground, knowing their community, treating and reversing disease and being true health educators, and only referring when it needs to be done to doctors who don't want to just prescribe a pill or cut off body parts or irradiate you or poison you with mustard gas. Yeah, that's chemo. They're going to really be treating you and telling you how you can help yourself as well. So that's my dream, that these nurses will be out there. And please do go and listen on YouTube to Florence Nightingale's memoirs and look at what happened in the Crimean War, how they improved the survival rate by 70% just by cleaning shop, cleaning up, opening the windows to let the breath of the dead out, giving the patients bone broth and raw milk. Incredible. Please go listen to all of that. So that is what I want to do, because when I trained as a nurse in 1984, I don't even recognise what they're doing. It's disgusting now. It's just disgusting. Even when you see what, in fact, any dietitians out there, shame on you as well. I've seen a lot of fat dietitians as well, which is really a bit of a dichotomy. But I saw what a patient was told to eat to put on weight, who has a thyroid condition, and she was told to actually, and she's got acid reflux, and she's told to have lots of dairy, and actually dairy makes you more acidic, so you have to pull calcium from your bones to bring your body back to homeostasis. Then when you finished, it doesn't go back into your bones, it settles in all your soft tissue, and then you start to get this rigidity. But the reason you have acid reflux is because you don't have enough stomach acid to shut that little sphincter, the bottom of your food pipe, your esophagus. But what do they give you? They give you antacids, and it just goes on. So you dietitians out there, you need to maybe join the British Nursing Alliance as well and have some real training, because this whole system is the Rockefeller system. Go research allopathic medicine. And what were the allopaths? They were the quacks. I digress. We need all of you now on the street, on your feet, at these vaccine centres to tell these kids what they're doing. We really do. And remember, these spike proteins now have an affinity to the follicles on your ovaries. So we're going to have a whole generation of infertile women. They've just actually brought The Handmaid's Tale back into the curriculum in schools. How apt. Please do go read it if you don't know what it's about. No more babies for most people. Everyone's sterile, except they have these handmaidens in Gilead. It's also funny, isn't it, that one of the labs that's making the vaccines is called Gilead. Ooh, and the enzyme in in the vaccines is luciferase. Go look up asagen.com and you'll find the enzyme. The devil's picnic is here. Have a good day. For those of you who are supporting me with your wonderful messages, love you all. And for all those out there, Christians, Tyburn, Mother General at Tyburn, thank you for giving me these. And Mother Maria Joseph, wonderful, wonderful, and for the lovely gifts that you gave me. I'd like to say thank you for everyone actually who's been out and who was out in London. For all of you that think I'm controlled opposition, you need to get over yourselves really, because you know what? We've got kids to save. We really have. Anyway, have a good day, and I will catch you all soon. Get all the nurses onto the British Nursing Alliance Telegram page. Please do. If you're seeing this video on Facebook or on Instagram or on BitChute, right, and I know you all share it everywhere. I am moving houses soon, so I'll have better Wi-Fi because I've not been able to share anything. And the websites are still coming. I just have so much. And if you're people that I've done programs for, forgive me if I'm late doing them all. I've been a bit busy. I'll be sharing my Crowd Justice Fund as well. Please do donate, even if it's just 50p, because this is for everyone. I'm standing up for justice. I don't really care what convictions they give me. The big man above is who's ultimately overseeing all of this. And I'm exactly where I need to be. He knows whatever he gives to me, I can handle. Have a good day. Oh, one last thing in case you missed my other videos. Even my son, Sebastian, has been round to see me. So for you horrid young ladies out there, who I know who you are, you know who I am. And I'm really searching to try and forgive you and pray for you. Yep. Ultimately, the truth always prevails. Have a good day.